Draymond Green spins, gets inside, and an easy two just overpowered him. Draymond Green for three. Puts it in! Draymond Green!
How do you avoid trying to do too much in Game 6?
And that's why my focus is just be me. You know, it's not to come back and be the hero. Oh, I'm the savior. You know, I missed the game and I come back and I carry us to a victory and get the storybook ending. I don't need that. The storybook ending is a championship. You know, whether that means I play awful and we win, that means I play great and we win. The storybook ending for me is simply to win a championship.
Looks like Andrew's going to be out the rest of the series. Would you anticipate going to the death lineup early and often?
I'm not sure. You know, I know Coach Kerr is, you know, really good in these type of situations, and you know, the one thing we always talk about is our depth.
Livingston sees an opening and throws it down. Wow!
Other guys have had to step up all year. Obviously, this is at a much higher level, and much more at stake. No doubt in my mind that someone will.
What have you heard in the last 48 hours from Tom Izzo and from Mary Babers-Green?
Man, I mean, my mom, she's just been constantly texting me, and, you know, like, a lot of stuff to pick me up, you know, a lot of stuff to keep my head right. Coach Izzo has been amazing. I mean, he's been incredible with the amount of support that he's shown, you know, and the help that he's offered, you know, in handling this situation, because it hasn't been an easy situation to handle. I'm blessed, you know, to have the support that I have from my organization, from my family, and, you know, my way of paying them back is to go out here and bringing the championship to all my loved ones and my support system.
Draymond Green's teammates are thrilled to have him back tonight, none more so than Steph Curry, whose numbers are noticeably better when Draymond is on the floor. And Smitty, why is it that Dre and this team are such a great fit?
Well, first of all, he helps you a lot defensively. And as an offensive player, you had that guy behind you to clean up for your mistakes. You just erased it, I got beat. Secondly, a guy that can pass the basketball. There's a lot of guys that can pass the basketball, then there's some guys that can put it right on the money. When you cut, a guy can just read you, not just playing the plays. And then there's a guy that also is not afraid of the moment, will bring that toughness and that passion. When they're up, he's going to try to say, hey, let's stomp them. And when we're down, he's going to get in that huddle. And you have Steve Kerr and the coaching staff, but he's going to be that loudest voice saying, we got to do what we have to do. And he's going to always talk about defense.
Without a doubt, Steve, I mean, you touched on everything, and certainly on the court, his versatility, we talked earlier in the show, but I love his leadership. I love the fact that he is that voice. You got a quiet team outside of Draymond. Good guys that work hard, but just he brings that toughness, he brings that attitude, that swagger. And when you're on the road, you need that more than anything. And sometimes at home you can feed off it. Obviously they did not in Game 5, but to come out on the road against a team that's fighting for their lives here in Cleveland, you know they're going to bring their best shot. You know this crowd's going to be into it. To have your emotional leader there on the court, in the huddle, in the locker room is going to be vitally important for the Warriors.
Will they benefit more from his presence on the offensive end or the defensive end tonight?
I think they benefit both. You know, the offensive end in terms of his playmaking and passing ability. I think it frees up Thompson. I think it frees up Curry. And he's such a great passer when he puts it on target, on time. But I'm going to use a football analogy here, and I'm going to say that, you know, Draymond Green is their Ray Lewis. You know, Ray Lewis was the chatterbox. He was the inspirational leader for the Baltimore Ravens. Brought them all together, would give the rah-rah talk and everything else. And he gave everybody confidence. He inspired everybody to play. Your tough guy was on the field. Your tough guy was back. So, you know, if they, you know, holding Curry or knocking him around a little bit, being a little physical with him, he knows Draymond going to take care of that for him. Okay, so that gives you a lot of confidence as a smaller player when the big guys say, hey, don't worry about that, I got your back. Curry's not supposed to take care of Kevin Love. Draymond is going to walk up and say, don't worry about it, I got him. Don't hit my little fella no more. And it all stops. So that's sort of physical rough play. Draymond quiets all of that down.
Gee, you see where I get all my violence from?
He keeps hitting me, man.
It's much safer over on this side of the desk. You know who's less excited to see Dre? Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. Their shooting percentages go way down when Dre is on them versus their primary defenders. One of the great stories tonight here in Game 6 has nothing to do with what will happen on the floor.